In 1972, armed thieves infiltrated the Montreal Museum of Fine Arts by rappelling from the skylight, subdued security guards, and made off with 18 paintings worth millions of dollars, marking one of the largest art thefts in history. Established in 1860 in Quebec City, the Montreal Museum of Fine Arts, MMFA, began exhibiting artworks in the late 1880s through generous donations from sponsors. However, the museum faced decline in the 1960s as sponsors started leaving the city due to concerns over Quebec's separatist movements. By the early 1970s, financial constraints forced the museum to transition from a strict private institution to a non-profit organization. The museum had previously experienced 2 theft incidents. In 1933, a burglar spent the night hiding in the museum and passed 14 paintings through an open window to an accomplice in a women's restroom. A ransom note demanding $10,000 was received by the museum. 3 months later, half of the paintings were returned via mail to 2 newspapers, along with a note stating that if the ransom wasn't paid, the remaining paintings would be returned as small pieces. However, this didn't happen. The thief, Paul Thouin, was apprehended after stealing from a freight train and confessed to the art theft upon interrogation, leading the police to the painting's burial site. In 1960, an armed group attempted to steal Van Gogh paintings from a special exhibition at the museum but failed and escaped unidentified. During the Labor Day holiday in 1972, the museum was attacked again. At this time, senior officials were all vacationing abroad. The museum was undergoing renovations, transitioning from its main building constructed in 1913 on Sherbrooke Street. According to police reports, shortly after midnight on September 4, 1972, 3 men gathered outside the museum, proceeding to the west wall. One of them wore specialized climbing boots to ascend a utility pole, then moved to a nearby tree and climbed onto the roof. He found a ladder and lowered it for the other 2 to climb up. Once on the roof, the group reached a skylight covered with plastic during repairs. The skylight had no alarm as the plastic rendered it disabled. The thieves opened the skylight and lowered a 15-meter nylon rope to the 2nd floor. It took them nearly an hour and a half to gain entry. Around 1:30 a.m., one of the 3 security guards encountered the thieves in the kitchen while getting tea. The thieves wore ski masks, fired handguns into the ceiling to intimidate, and forced the guard to lie on the floor. The commotion alerted the other 2 guards, but they couldn't subdue the thieves. All 3 guards were brought to an auditorium, bound and gagged. One thief stood guard with a Smith & Wesson .38 caliber revolver, while the other 2 took the paintings, jewelry, and small statues from display cases to the museum's shipping department. Upon discovering a guard with truck keys, they decided to flee by vehicle. The thieves exited through a side door, triggering the alarm. They had to abandon half of the loot, fleeing on foot down Sherbrooke Street. About an hour after the theft, around 3 a.m., a guard managed to free himself and called Bill Banty, the museum's public relations director. Bill instructed him to call the police. Police searched for clues at the tree and ladder used by the thieves. Following examination of broken frames, smashed display cases, and the chaotic scene left behind, Bill discovered that 18 paintings and 38 other items were missing. They estimated the stolen artwork's value at $2 million USD. All stolen paintings were European artworks from the 17th to 19th centuries. Among the stolen jewelry and statues were an 18th-century gold watch once owned by Montreal's First Lady Mayor, a 19th-century French enameled diamond-studded box, and 2 17th-century Spanish double-sided necklaces. Later that morning, Bill held a press conference, detailing the stolen artworks and describing the thieves' method of entry. The theft made front-page news in many major newspapers across the US and Canada the following morning. Police also issued alerts at US border crossings to guard against thieves or anyone attempting to transport the loot to New York. However, attempts by police to gather leads on the thieves through public attention failed due to 2 major consecutive events during that time. The Bluebird Cafe arson on September 1st, which claimed 37 lives, and the Palestinian terrorist group's kidnapping and killing of 11 Israeli athletes at the Munich Olympic Village on September 5th. As a result, other news about the art theft received less priority in the media. From the guards' testimonies, police learned that 2 of the 3 thieves were approximately 1.68 meters tall, 2 spoke French, and 1 spoke English. The investigative team noticed similarities between the museum theft and another robbery occurring in the Montreal area. On August 30th, 3 thieves broke into a wealthy family's summer residence by scaling a 200-meter-high rock face from a motorboat parked on a lake, stealing paintings worth a total of $50,000. Witnesses reported the thieves wore head-covering hats, 2 spoke French, and 1 spoke English. The thieves' characteristics, coupled with their climbing skills, led investigators to believe they were locals and possibly part of the same group in both cases. Additionally, their knowledge of the skylight's security flaw led police to speculate about an inside hand aiding the thieves. However, after investigating all relevant personnel, police found no evidence of anyone tipping off the thieves. The thieves' hasty escape plan also debunked the inside theory. The thieves may have known about the skylight alarm system being disabled during pre-operation reconnaissance. About 2 weeks before the theft, someone reported seeing 2 men sitting on chairs on the roof, wearing sunglasses and smoking. They claimed to be museum employees. However, investigators couldn't find the chairs on the roof afterward. Similarly, no fingerprints or other evidence were left on the ladder or nylon rope. Investigators speculated the thieves might be trying to sell the paintings to private collectors for display in their homes. Police faced difficulties as art dealers refused to disclose business information without subpoenas or warrants. Within a week of the theft, museum director David Carter compiled detailed information about the stolen paintings in English and French, distributing it widely in the international art community, hoping collectors wouldn't purchase stolen artwork. The museum also offered a $50,000 reward for information leading to the recovery of the stolen paintings. In 1992, on the 20th anniversary of the theft, Canadian radio reported insurance companies estimated the stolen paintings' value had risen to $20 million. The reward money was also increased to $100,000. Montreal police added an additional $1 million reward in 1999. In 2009, museum director Paul Lavalle speculated the paintings might have been destroyed to prevent their use as evidence against their owners. However, investigators believed they might have passed through brokers unaware of the theft or uninterested in it and sold to collectors who kept them in private, as they couldn't sell them publicly. In 2011, the Montreal Museum of Fine Arts was once again targeted by thieves in September and October. The thieves respectively stole a bas-relief and a jade statue valued at a total of $1.3 million USD. By 2013, the police had recovered the bas-relief, but the identity and whereabouts of the jade statue thief remained a mystery. We hope you found the video informative and intriguing. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more updates on this case and other fascinating stories. Your support helps us continue our investigations and bring closure to these mysteries. Thank you for watching.